So, really appreciate everyone joining us for another Hoot Host Community Group webinar. Really appreciate everyone joining us today. This was actually a member request. A lot of people having questions about these sort of like low-cost budget websites that they're seeing around places like Alignable and LinkedIn. So we thought we should do a webinar about it, kind of put out a notice, beware of the $500 website, give everyone kind of a lesson in website cost versus value. Before we get started here, I just want to say for anyone in the audience who's an active customer of Hoot Host or anyone that's considering working with us, I have had a pretty tumultuous past few days. I was in the emergency room. Everything's okay though. And then at the same time, California was hit with the big crazy storm, so we didn't have power for a few days. So if you are looking for a catch-up meeting with me, or if you've just been waiting to hear a response from me, number one, don't worry, I'm going to be in touch with you. Just wanted to make sure we do this event today. But also really appreciate a lot of the little thoughts and prayers and nice things that people have sent over to me. It's been kind of a crazy few days. But we wanted to make sure we still have this event today for Alignable. Beware of the $500 website. Just a quick little housekeeping reminder here. This is going to be about a 30-minute presentation, and then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. So I'm going to remind everyone, please keep yourselves muted. Any questions that might come up through the course of the presentation, feel free to throw them in the chat. The chat always gets pretty lively in these events. I will go through the chat, and we'll have a big conversation about all of this at the end. So beware of the $500 one-time website. Today, we're going to discover the common pitfalls of those budget websites that fail to kind of deliver the value that your business actually needs. So in this webinar, you're going to learn the key elements that transform a website into a powerful asset for your online success. Topics today are going to include find the balance of cost and value, kind of understanding, that low cost versus high value is what you actually want. And when you find the balance, you can actually achieve both. We're going to talk about the flaws of the $500 one-time website, a lot of those like kind of cheap website deals you see floating around, and just why they don't actually bring any value to your business. We're going to talk about the Hoot Host difference and what Hoot Host really brings to the table. We're trying to be a disruptor to the industry to prove that you can have an affordable solution that still brings a lot of ongoing value to small businesses, especially. We're going to unpack the Hoot Host website builder and Hoot CRM, talk about all of the tools that we give people, but also, unlike platforms like Wix or Squarespace, where they kind of just give you the tools and, hope that you're going to be able to figure it out, we actually give you all the ongoing coaching and guidance and support as well. And that's really the difference maker that helps, business owners have, that affordable solution, but still get a lot of ongoing value as well. And then I kind of want to just tie it all together with strategies and tools for online growth. This is something that we always like to talk about. Again, just on the coaching and guidance front, not just giving people tools, but also giving people understanding of how to, really implement, their website and a lot of these online marketing tools to really maximize their online presence and, grow their business and meet their online goals. So with all of that said, let's explore how to build an affordable business website that actually brings true value to your business. The first big topic we're going to talk about today is website cost versus value. It's just sort of like finding the balance. So, website agencies aim to charge an average of $3,000 to $5,000 just to build a business website. Then if you need ongoing support and, marketing services, hosting, domain support, and really just, blogging, content optimization, anything like that, they're going to tack on management plans that are going to add up to, even more thousands per year. So the costs really do add up when you go down the agency road or even freelancers. It's kind of a rule of thumb. I was a part of this world for a long time that a lot of agencies, in an ideal world, they want each one of their clients to, to add up as much as $10,000 a year for them. So for many small and medium businesses, they realize that's a big expense for them. So instead, what happens is they go to the DIY platforms like Wix or Squarespace because, they actually, would rather kind of, try to do it themselves than, make those big investments with no real guaranteed on return of their investment. But, you go to, the platforms like Wix and Squarespace where you get all these tools, but you don't really know how to implement it. You're kind of just, investing a lot of your own time, and you still kind of end up with, not really a great online presence that's actually bringing value and helping you grow your business. So, just going down these little bullet point lists, the agencies and, even freelancers, honestly, they require bigger budgets that are sometimes harder for a smaller or medium business to justify. And then on the other side of the fence, you have the DIY platforms that's going to take up your time. And a lot of the times they end up just kind of bringing little value to your business. So it's really hard for a small or medium business to find, that cost to value balance. And that just ends up, a lot of small businesses either having the poor online presence that's not really doing anything for them, or they're overpaying for a lot of services and just hoping that, they're going to get some of that investment back. And, it's a real gamble, especially if, budgets are tight. For small businesses, especially, it's just hard to justify the big agency budget, or wasting time with the building of your own website. And this is where Hoothost has kind of come in. We want to be that middle ground with our affordable website builder plans, to be an ongoing reliable partner for businesses and kind of prove that, there is a way to kind of like find the balance and be somewhere in the middle, help people find the success that they want online and, not break the bank doing it. So let's talk about the flaws of the $500 one-time website because Hoothost has really kind of created a different sort of strategy and approach to building websites. We do it on affordable monthly plans, but there's a lot of companies that are trying to basically pitch business services with this idea of, hey, we can just give you like this one-time $500. It's going to be just a nice clean basic website for you with a contact form, and like that's going to be enough for you to have a good website and a good online presence for your business. But what comes with that is then you're kind of left with like not really a great online presence. Of course, you realize all this afterwards, and you're kind of stuck with this, sort of like, online presence is not really best representing your business. So, it's just kind of a thing that's, kind of known, especially amongst professionals like myself, like, these $500 website deals that are out there, they always fail to deliver, real value beyond anything than just, the obvious low price. So, you sign up for a plan like this, and you end up with poor design and user experience because you're really just getting like a basic template website. You're going to have limited functionality because all they're going to give you is a contact form. So if you have this poor design that's not really best representing your business, now you're just hoping that someone's actually going to fill out that contact form. It's just never going to happen. And then of course there's always the hidden costs that come later, what I like to call the unlimited upsell, because all of these low cost website companies, they always are partners with a bigger marketing agency who's like the real company behind it. So the second that you realize, oh, okay, this website's kind of junky, it's not really doing anything for my business, you turn around to them and say, hey, can I get optimization, content writing, an actual custom design, maybe some CRM or marketing tools? That's when all the big quotes come out and they start hitting you with the big prices. So that's what I like to call as the unlimited upsell. It's basically kind of their strategy, honestly, that they kind of hook you with the cheap website. You realize it's not enough for your business, and then you ask for more, and that's where all the big prices come out. And now you're kind of stuck with them. And then you're stuck with like no scalability because you can't add advanced features or integrations because they just kind of set up this basic, kind of cookie cutter presence for you. And of course, you don't get the ongoing coaching, maintenance, and support because their whole thing was just like it's a $500 one-time deal. They hand it off to you and they just kind of wish you luck. And then, very much, kind of, just, obviously not getting any marketing tools or anything put in there as well. So you're just left with like this static website that's not really representing your business the way that it should be. And that's kind of the old school approach that a lot of business owners have to kind of like learn is a website is not an online brochure for you. That makes it this static thing that's not actually doing anything for your business. You need that CRM and those marketing tools built in so that a website is actually, a real marketing tool towards, helping you achieve your business goals. So, the usual kind of like, suspects of this, who are, sort of the low budget suspects, companies like UENI, Jotful, one of the many WP companies. I can talk about that a bunch. And of course, GoDaddy. These are examples of like kind of the cheap website companies. They don't actually bring value to your business. They just give you that cookie cutter website. And, you kind of end up with a lot of what this bullet point represents, just not a great online presence. Especially like, there's been a lot of like, if you see any of those WP companies, it's always like total WP, unlimited something WP, Bionic, or, there's so many of them. They're basically just trying to flip you like a cookie cutter WordPress website. Just same thing, and very much kind of like along the lines of the GoDaddy as well. Those are just examples of like that cheap one-time $500 website. It's just not a good idea, and you're just going to be stuck with a very limited online presence. So let's talk about the Hoothost difference, because we want to compare, to other website platforms and why, not just cost, having a low cost presence, but ongoing value is the most important thing. So Hoothouse website builder plans come loaded with premium tools for content, design, SEO, performance, accessibility. Plus, we actually give you ongoing coaching and maintenance and support. That's the most important thing. So you actually understand and you learn, build a strategy and understand how to actually maximize your online presence with all of the tools and everything that we give you. So we have a modern interface that's easy, and a real easy to learn system, integrated stats and analytics dashboards. So you can actually make data-driven decisions to understand what's working and what's not. We have our full CRM and marketing suite all built into your website. Blogging and content writing with AI assistance, and we've really expanded with a whole bunch of new AI tools. And actually, I can officially announce this right now. Starting in January, we're going to have a full bundle of AI tools wrapped in that are going to help you with social media and email marketing and business operations streamlining, a lot of like communication, automations, a lot of really cool stuff that we're actually going to roll out very, very soon. But we also include, Google SEO essentials just to make sure the site's going to be appropriately ranking and getting out there for you. Of course, we have all of our managed website hosting and domain protection, the stuff that we really do, best. We actually cover things that are very important from like a legal perspective, like ADA, WCAG, GDPR, and CCPA compliance. Those are little pop-ups that come up, make sure people approve cookie consent and things like that. But they are really, really important, even for a low-cost small business website. You want to make sure you have those things as well. All of our security, advanced settings and everything for performance as well. And then we have kind of what we like to call FSE, is like a full site editing experience. This is basically making it really easy for even the non-technical user to go in and be able to edit the styling, colors, fonts, upload images, and manage all of your content and media really easily. And of course, if you have an issue, right from the back end of your website, you can hit the task scheduler and just, get in contact with support and ask us to do it for you. So, we kind of have deliberately set up this entire system to be sort of the antithesis, kind of a disruptor to what you see with a lot of those other website companies. So with all that said, let's actually meet the website builder from Hoothost, because we want to talk about kind of, what comes in, what kind of comes with it, and, also give people, an idea that you can have the DIY option and, keep it real low cost and kind of do some things yourself, or completely done for you from our team. So first, let's unpack the DIY plan here. So, it's all a streamlined process to help you really build and manage your website really easily. But I just kind of want to unpack this bullet point list here, because even within the DIY platform, it's not like the Wixes and Squarespaces where you're just kind of like given all these tools and hopefully you'll figure it out and, be able to launch and manage your own website. We actually still include, covering a lot of the technical stuff for you. And we also give you monthly ongoing sessions. So you're meeting with an expert monthly who's helping you build your strategy, meet your online goals, and just kind of give you like the education and support that you need to continue to, grow your business. So number one, right off the top here. So website templates based on industry and business type. If you were to, let's say you're a life coach and you're going over to Wix, let's say, or Squarespace, and, you want to, use a template to kind of help you get some inspiration and build a website yourself. When you go over to platforms like that, they don't actually categorize the templates by your industry or business type. So if you're a life coach, obviously you want to engage your audience very differently than a plumber does, let's say. You need to think about, who is your audience, what is their intention, and what is your desired action from the website? What do you want to get from the website as a marketing tool for your business? So we actually kind of structure everything based on industry and business type so that it's helping you effectively engage your target audience. It's very important. But then you can easily jump right into that template and easily customize it to your brand styling. Use our AI content writer, our AI media creator, so you can get all of your content and all of your messaging set up correctly. But you can even just use our AI tools to help kind of streamline them and improve them. So it's really great. And now with all of the image creation stuff too, it's I've been seeing people do some really cool stuff. Of course, we have built-in blog and content assistant, because things like SEO and especially blogging is something that, if you've joined any of our previous webinars, something I talk about a lot, both for engaging your audience, but also for, really helping you rank on search engines. So we do include, a built-in blog. All of our SEO tools and the Google SEO essentials, another thing I always talk about in all of our webinars. We want to make sure your site effectively is crawled and ranked and indexed on search engines, and that you're actually, kind of meeting a lot of the like content optimization standards that we talk about. I'm going to talk about a little bit of that more at the end of the webinar. You can easily add additional pages, add e-commerce or advanced features. And then when you kind of put the whole site together yourself and you go, hey guys, love what I did. It's all ready to go. We actually go and launch it for you because you kind of realize platforms like Wix and Squarespace and some of those other low cost plans, it's really hard for a business owner to go in. How do I connect my domain? How do I get my email set up? How do I ensure, security is set up the right way and the compliance stuff that I was just mentioning about ADA compliance and things like that are all configured correctly. That's the stuff that we do for you so that your website is actually launched correctly. Your Google Analytics, your Google Search Console is all connected the way that it's supposed to be. And then you're actually off to the races, and the website's actually going to be out there and engaging your audience. And then the best part about the DIY plan is, again, unlike the other platforms, we're giving you that ongoing coaching and that one-on-one monthly session so that you're building your strategy and you actually have a partner, a person who you're talking to who's helping you build strategy, meet your goals, and continue to get the most out of your online presence. So now on the other side of the fence, of course, we have our done for you services. I do want to mention that the lowest, so the DIY platform is typically is around $75. Our lowest cost done for you plan starts at just $100 a month. So, we have some tiered levels, obviously, but even with the done for you plans, because we set them up on a monthly schedule, it's really, still a very affordable thing. It's not going to be like what we were talking about in the beginning with a lot of the traditional agencies that, they're looking to charge you thousands of dollars to build a website and then thousands more for ongoing services. So wrapped into a very affordable plan, you're getting custom website design, all the required functionality that you need, plugins, integrations, your content editing, and everything optimized for messaging and search engines. We include unlimited stock photo and video. And then because it's a monthly plan, we're covering all of your ongoing maintenance, optimization, the Google SEO Essentials. We're working with you on that to continuously optimize your content and continue to improve your search engine ranking. We do blog management done for you. You're assigned to one of our content writers who's working with you to build a blog strategy over time, and we're actually helping you publish more content. Of course, you have all of our managed hosting, and domain protections all built in, all of our advanced performance and security and accessibility. But the most important thing, again, for the ongoing value conversation here, you get Hoot CRM and our marketing suite all built in. So you have, all of the communication through your website. We're going to talk about all the features of the CRM in a second, but all of that communication, all of your lead and contact management, all feeding back to one central location where you then can do all of your email marketing, your social media marketing, have automated workflows and your sales pipeline. It really just kind of helps you, actually turn your website, again, not being that static brochure, but actually being a marketing tool to help you grow your business. And then, of course, still, even with the done for you plans, you're still getting the ongoing coaching and the one-on-one monthly sessions so that you actually are working with someone to continuously improve your online presence. So let's talk about the CRM and the growth tools that are built in, because this is something also that you go over to, the one-time $500 website or, platforms like Wix and Squarespace, you're not getting those type of tools built right into your system. So you have all of the CRM tools for, managing your leads and your customers, all the forms, your calendars, chat bots, maybe, a lead form, something like that, all of that communication through the website, all leading back to one place. So you can actually manage your leads and your customers. If you're using like Calendly or like a junky kind of free calendar for your consultations, we actually have a full professional calendar system for appointments and consultations. A lot of our coaches, they use it for classes and online events as well. You can host your own webinars. All of the communication of chatbots and all of the custom forms and communication management. You can accept online payments. We integrate with Square and PayPal, Stripe, all the major payment gateways. So you can actually have custom invoices, not just send people, like that PayPal link or whatever it might be. Have your invoices branded with your logo and your styling, just like your full online presence across the board. So that's kind of the stuff that's really all about, kind of like your business operations, managing your customers, payments, appointments, and of course your sales pipelines. You can actually manage your customer journey as well. But then we also have our full marketing suite for email marketing. If you're using like MailChimp or Constant Contact, you get rid of that because everyone who's coming through those communication channels through your website, they go right into your database, and now we can, put them right into your email marketing. You can segment into, separate lists and everything, but it's really great just to have all of this stuff in one place and make it really easy for you to do. Have your newsletters, nurturing campaigns or drip campaigns, and even just like automated follow-ups with people, really important to do. We have our social media planner, so you can instantly post out to your Google business profile, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of your social media. Through the Google Business Profile Manager, you can drive more reviews, which is so, so important. Especially if you've joined any of my recent webinars where we're talking about the Google Business Profile, I talk about how it's kind of, a full circle. The more reviews and advocacy that you get, it actually will help you drive more new customers as well. And then, of course, kind of like always thinking about it too, like your website is sort of like the front door of the house, but we like to have some windows too, right? So, building funnels and landing pages to help you drive more conversions. They're almost like little satellites that are out there for promotions you might want to run or helping you, get found more on search engines. So through the CRM, we can also build additional landing pages for any type of special, course or promotion or product that you want to announce. And doing all of this with reporting on all of your Google Business Profile, website analytics, any ads you might be running, all of your email newsletters. So you're seeing all of this data in one place as well. And you're actually able to make data-driven decisions about your business, understand what's working and what's not. And that's the type of stuff that when you have all of this on top of a pretty, a pretty well optimized website, now you're actually getting some traction. You don't have that static brochure website. You have an online tool that's helping you bring in bring in leads, convert them to customers, and really make the most out of your online presence. I also just want to mention here, so we're talking about, comparison of like those low cost kind of websites today. So we include the CRM platform in all of our website builder plans, but also in our website maintenance plans. So if anyone here, if you're not looking to build a website, maybe you're just doing research, with your existing site, even if you use a platform like Wix or Squarespace, you can integrate with our CRM platform. We take over all the forms and we take over your calendar system and everything. So you can still really get all the benefits of the CRM and marketing platform, regardless of what plan you're on. And we include it in all of our builder plans and all of our maintenance plans. And the best part too is that you have the app. So everywhere you go, you have, whether Android or iOS, you're able to manage your business operations and your marketing directly on your phone. It's a huge game changer, and it really just helps out a lot of the people that are, actually using our CRM platform. So let's kind of tie this whole conversation together here with strategies for online growth, because, kind of what we're talking about today is, that low cost website, or like, the big agency cost, and how like Hoothost is kind of somewhere in the middle where that, monthly affordable plan, and we're giving you all these tools and the ongoing coaching and everything. But that's really, kind of why I always kind of emphasize like strategies for online growth, because, it's not just like we hand off all this stuff to you and go, okay, hope for the best for you. We actually work with you every single month so that you understand these strategies, you understand how to use the tools, and therefore, be able to actually, meet your goals, and, you'll actually know like how to implement the stuff and like make progress with your business. So through the CRM and marketing tools, plus that optimized website, you're going to be able to meet your goals, especially, when you follow some of these core strategies that I always talk about. So first, these first two bullet points here, we always talk about content, right? Content is king. It's really kind of the most important thing, regardless of your business. So EEAT standards for writing quality content. This is about like the actual content of your website, and blogging especially as well. So with EEAT, it's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Something I always talk about is basically in all of the content pages of your website and in your blogs, we want to, the first big E here, really highlight your personal experiences. Talk about, what you've done over the course of your career, all of your experience, tell some stories, kind of, give us your personal opinions, insights, experiences that you've had, all of that really kind of matters. Number one, just to kind of like humanize the content more, personalize it, but also kind of just like highlight things that you've done with your life and like why you do what you do. The next E here is kind of the other one that's really interesting. Through telling those stories, you're also sprinkling in your expertise is the next E here. basically just kind of giving people like your credentials, your associations, all the years of experience that you have. So people can say basically like, oh, I can take the first E, I can take this person's stories and their advice and their insights seriously because look, they're an expert in what they do and they have all these credentials and they've been doing this for so long. When you put those two together, you're going to have much more like humanized content. You're not just putting out like the AI generalized kind of jargon. You're actually making it more personal and you're showcasing why, people should be able to take your advice and, why they should engage with your business in the first place. When you do all of this really well and you're publishing a lot of content, the A here is basically that's what Google is kind of asking about your content on your website. They're saying, is this content authoritative that, people share it? The same audience comes back to this website a lot. They always read their blogs and things like that. So over time, as you're kind of like following the EEAT kind of guidelines here, think of it as a guideline of like how you should write your content. The more that you're doing it over time, you're going to get that A, you're going to become an authority. Within search engines, you're going to rise in the ranks. And that's really what the T is here is trust. Your audience trusts you, therefore Google trusts you, and you're going to be able to rise in the ranks and therefore drive more organic traffic to your website. The other aspect of this is the Google Helpful Content algorithm. Basically, I just put this in here as kind of a reminder because it's something I always talk about. To really unpack these conversations, especially go back and watch the quality content webinar from just like 2 months ago. We go into all of this in a much deeper dive. But basically, all of your blog posts and your articles that you publish on your website, don't self-promote. Just, try to think about like what are the questions and typical topics that come up when someone's potentially looking to engage with your business or hire you, and think of all those questions. Those are all topics for blog posts and articles, and address all of those things. Kind of the big takeaway from this, what the thing I kind of say a lot is helping is the new marketing. Think about it like that. The more that you help people answer questions using your blog posts, especially, Google is going to love that, number one, and you're going to rise in the ranks. And those blog posts are going to be out there strategically finding the right target audience and driving them to your website. But also, it's just really important to, when they land on that blog post, just answer their question, give them the information that they're looking for, give them some little helpful links that will guide them over to your service page, your product page, or whatever. And that's how you can jump people into the journey. We're going to talk about that more in 1 second here. But just make your blogs and your articles helpful. It's really going to help you, just kind of like find more leads and customers more organically. The next part of this here is just structuring your website around the digital consumer journey. Again, we've done a whole nother webinar about this, but it's really important. Strategic engagement optimization is basically, someone discovered you from, maybe one of those funnels or landing pages that we built through the CRM, or maybe just through a blog post. You put out a nice, helpful blog post. You're answering people's questions, but you're strategically engaging them, maybe with a lead magnet right there in the middle of the blog post, or just some strategic linking that's taking them over to the service page of your website. So that person is telling you with their clicks, basically, what their intent is. They just went from, they discovered you with a blog post, let's say, they made that one click to go over to your service page, let's say. Now they're in the consideration stage. They've told you with that one click. Their intention is now they're actually considering reading more about your business, learning what you bring to the table, and potentially engaging with your business. So the digital consumer journey is discovery, consideration, action, retention, and advocacy. So the first 3 steps there are kind of like the traditional idea of the buyer's journey, what I was just describing as they went from discovery to consideration. And then right there in the consideration stage, now you can tell them a little bit about your business, but you really need to get them to that 3rd step, put it right there in front of them, try to capture that lead or just drive them to your calendar, get them to that product page to sign up. You want to get them to that 3rd step of the desired action. The action of your website could be buying something, signing up for a consultation, or even just filling out your contact form. That's fine. But you need to structure your website in those 3 steps of the traditional buyer's journey. And that's just going to help you convert more people, especially from places like search engines, and really start to drive more leads through your website. But the reason why I always talk about it as kind of this concept of the digital consumer journey is because the last 2 steps are really important. Retention and advocacy. So retention is just about keeping customers happy, right? Making sure within your website you have FAQs, those helpful articles that are answering people's questions, and just like good communication, making it really easy for people to get in touch with your business. When you do that well, you have a good retention rate. That's huge. And then the final step here is advocacy, just testimonials. especially with the CRM, we have the whole reputation management dashboard. So again, you can start to, automatically be able to drive more reviews from places like Google Business Profile and your Facebook Business Profile, but also on your website. We want to showcase testimonials all over the place across the entire website, regardless of kind of where we are in the journey. Because the more advocacy that customers see, especially if they're in that like discovery stage and they're just kind of learning about your business, maybe they're in consideration, they went over to your service page, they see testimonials, it's a full circle because the more advocacy that you have, the more likely those people who are in the discovery and consideration stages, they're going to go, oh, okay, well, this business just answered my questions. They're obviously an expert at what they do. They have all these people who, love them and are writing all these great reviews about them that they've helped them too. Who do you think they're going to call now? They're actually going to, hit that lead form or hit that contact form, and now they're going to actually engage with your business. So now you have all of that lead generation with the calendars and forms of your website all feeding back to the CRM. Now you're able to enroll them into email marketing, engage them, through your Google Business Profile and all of your outreach as well. So, if you have, again, follow the structure like that, have these integrated marketing tools like I talked about today, and that's how, pretty easily, it doesn't have to be big numbers either. It's just about getting the most out of the traffic that your website receives, having that, good conversion optimization strategy like this. And all of a sudden, now your website is a real marketing tool helping you grow your business. And of course, if you do need help, we do have add-on marketing packages where we help businesses with additional marketing services like email marketing and social media management and things like that. So let's just go ahead and have some reminder and recap here. I know I'm going a little bit longer than I expected to. So just don't fall for the one-time website, kind of pitch. It's just not going to bring any value to your business. It's just going to be that cookie cutter website that is just that static brochure. It's not going to have any of the marketing tools built in that I'm talking about today. You can find the balance though. Hoothost is a company, we're trying to be kind of a disruptor to the website industry, saying, hey, the big expensive agencies are over here, the DIY platforms and the cheap $500 websites are over here. But Hoothost is basically right in the middle. Most of our plans are around, $100 to $250 a month. And we give you all of these marketing tools wrapped in. We build your entire website for you, and we create that more valuable ongoing sort of online presence that's actually going to help you grow your business and not break the bank, make it really, reasonable for you. So don't overpay the expensive agencies or waste time trying to do it yourself with the Wixes and Squarespaces of the world. You want to aim to find that low-cost option that still brings a lot of value to your business. You want to have those built-in marketing tools. That's the stuff that really is going to give you that ongoing support and just really bring value to your business, especially if you can get like ongoing coaching, be able to meet with an expert every month and have all of that built into a plan. That's what we try to do. We include that coaching, and ongoing support. We even have a private group on Alignable if anybody wants to know. So when you actually do sign up with us, you get enrolled into our group, you get access to our member-only webinars. And we, really are trying to help business owners, have that strategy and all the kind of like knowledge that they need to maximize their online presence. So that's the way you can find that cost to value balance and be able to really, have an affordable, but still, high value online presence. So I just want to remind everyone here, let's go ahead and have some questions. I saw a lot of people coming and going, but I did see some stuff popping up here. If any questions, feel free just to put it in the chat. Just a real quick reminder here, if you just kind of found our event today, but you're not a member of the Hoothost community group, these are conversations that we have literally on a daily basis in the Hoothost community group. Come over to there and you can engage with a lot of our free resources. We do have a free version of our CRM, so you can enroll for free and get calendar management, just like Calendly, social media scheduler, and our email marketing tools. You can get those for free. So jump over and check that out in the group. And also, I just want to remind everyone, our website and marketing coaching program. You can go over to hoot.host/marketing. If you don't want to sign up for a website builder plan or a website maintenance plan, maybe it's just not in your budget right now, you can still just join our coaching program.